Good morning, gang. Happy Tuesday morning. So, chaos in New York, coming to a town near you. We look at everything that's going on with illegal immigration, soft on crime, George Soros, paying for prosecutors, witch hunts against Donald Trump, yada, 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 right? Okay. Whole nine yards. What happens when we go into anarchy? New York's getting close, okay? If you look at, notwithstanding the trucker strike, okay, or the truckers, whatever they're doing with not going into New York, let's take a look. New York is screaming like crazy about all these illegals coming in, yet they're a sanctuary city, in a sanctuary state. They're paying these illegals to come. They're housing them in luxury apartment buildings, luxury hotels. They're feeding them, taking food out of the mouths of American citizens who might normally deserve assistance. Okay? That breeds a whole lot of pissed off people. Then you take into the fact that a lot of these people that are coming in are gangs. Okay, MS-13 is notorious in Long Island. That's pretty much where they're setting up their home base in the United States. Okay, crime doesn't come as any surprise to anybody in New York. I mean, hell, after all, we go back in history and talk about the 5 crime families. They still exist. Okay, anything else, the bad old days, as it's referred to a lot in New York, right? This is going to make that look like nothing. Then you add into it the fact that prosecutors won't prosecute crimes. The guy beat the crap out of a cop. He's an illegal. He's a gang member. We'll let him go on a $1 bail. Gee, this person murdered somebody. Give him a desk appearance ticket. That's literally what the court system's like. Okay. On the side of a squad car, especially in New York, it says to protect and serve. Yeah, not so much. Okay. And watch New York, because you can watch what's going to happen as the United States continues to crumble. Okay. New York has approximately 35,000 cops, okay? Big police force. You need that many cops when your city is such a liberal hellhole. Last year, more than 5,000 cops were attacked. 1 in 7, okay? You start looking at the stories again we see. Remember, what was it, 6-9 months ago? 2 rookie cops sitting in a squad car. Guy came up to the window and shot them both. That's life in New York City. Being a cop in the U.S. is one of the top 25 most dangerous jobs in the country. Okay, you have, a lot. Think of loggers, there's a lot of really, really dangerous ones. But being a cop, you are 4 times more likely to die on the job than any other job, okay, than the average. So what's going to happen? Well, let's see. We could look at our wonderful Democrat leadership to help, right? Yeah. Mayor Adams, Democrat, former cop, okay, has a 28% approval rating in New York City. Eric Adams' approval rating is worse than Joe Biden's approval rating, to give you this an idea. This is the kind of leadership that New York has to look at. They have a mayor with the lowest approval rating ever under a president who has the lowest approval rating ever. Okay? This is what's coming, guys. This is the disaster, the chaos that is SHTF, that is allowing liberals to continue on their rampage against the world. We need to destroy the world, build back better, right? They need to destroy it first. They just didn't do it fast enough. Thank God in 9 months, we're going to be able to get rid of at least the most incompetent president in the history of the United States. But New York, wake up. This is what liberal leadership gets you. You moved from de Blasio to this? I mean, talk about out of the frying pan and into the fire. And it ain't just New York that's seeing stuff like this. Look at Chicago. Look at Denver. Look at Seattle. Look at Portland. How about Minneapolis? Baltimore, right? I mean, and we could keep naming city after city after city. So what happens when cops continue leaving the police force like they have in New York, okay? You had more than 2,500 cops resign from the NYPD last year, okay? About 8%, close to 10. You don't just replace a cop. It's not like they're a fry cook. You need somebody smart, in shape. Ask the military how easy it is to find these people, okay? And is willing to go put their lives on the line, work atrocious hours, kiss their wife or their husband goodbye every morning with the hope I see you tonight, okay? Because we need to support the illegal population. Now, we hear all this in New York. We hear this in Chicago, Denver. We can't take anymore. What do you think they're going to start doing? Remember when people got shipped from Martha's Vineyard in a day because, they don't belong here, right? Okay, let's put them in with the other people with very little voice. Let's send them to the, I don't know how you want to put it, the other side of the tracks. Let's use that as a term, okay? Because those people have no clout. The poor, they have no clout. So we'll just put them in with those people. These are concentration camps. This is what these cities are turning into, people. And if you live in them, you are asking yourself to be a prisoner or a crime victim. Now, it's not just those cities. It'll eventually spread to every other one, okay? I mean, hell, look at Memphis, my state of Tennessee. Not exactly what you'd call a safe place to go. But, so what happens when those groups start organizing and there ain't no cops to stop them? Now it's gangs of New York time, or gangs of Portland, or gangs of Chicago, or gangs of Miami, or whatever. Mad Max scenario. If there is no law enforcement, we are in anarchy. Seriously, would you put your life on the line to go stop some crime from happening, knowing that everything you did to stop it, when you caught the guy that was committing the crime, the justice system would go, he's oppressed, just let him go, he'll be a good boy from now on. You took all the risk, and there's no reward of seeing a bad guy off the streets. There are a shitload of good cops in this country that are having their pride, just having their nose thumbed at them. You know, oh, you aren't important. Juan and Maria are. No, I don't care who's coming over. Some people bitch about the cops. Are there bad cops? Yes. Okay. Not many. Okay. Maybe 1%. Most of the cops are good. You get pissy when you get pulled over for a speeding ticket. It's not the cop's fault. You were speeding. Okay. But it's funny. One of the best lines about cops I ever heard is, they all hate us until they need us. And there's a lot of truth to that, because when you get pulled over, you're bitching at the cop. But when somebody breaks into your house, who's your first phone call to? The cops. Please help me. Same guy who wrote you the ticket yesterday shows up. Now he's your best friend, right? Okay. This is the thing. If we lose law enforcement, legitimate law enforcement, okay? I'm not talking about criminal law enforcement like the FBI. I'm not saying enforcing crime, enforcing the law against criminals. I'm saying that the FBI is a criminal organization, okay? When we get back to supporting good, honest justice in this country, we'll be okay. Because the path we're on right now is leading straight toward Death Wish 5. Pinball out.